Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel. Thanks for logging on. Today we're discussing the Omega Speedmaster Professional Moonwatch from the Moon to Mars numbered series from the 2004 model year. You can see this stainless steel numbered edition Moonwatch and purchase it on our website. Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy these videos, and please click on the card in the upper right hand corner of the screen at any time during this video to see our full sales listing for this watch with additional accessories included in the sale, high resolution images for your desktop, and naturally complete pricing details for this 2004 numbered edition. A little bit of background: numbered editions from Omega are limited production but not limited edition, which is to say there will be individual numbering on the back, and in terms of quantity they're less common than most other Speedmaster variants, but they're not held to a specific numerical quota. That is, it's not 500, 1000, or any specific number. The watch you see on my wrist was part of a numbered edition. If you remember the first Omega in Space from 2012, this is exactly like that, but with a full bracelet, a commemorative dial and case back, and a heritage dating back to 2004. Now, released at Baselworld 2004 in the tail end of March, the model was actually inspired by a speech given by then U.S. President George W. Bush, in which he announced a imminent U.S. return to the moon and implied that there would be a mission to Mars as the follow-up. Well, spoiler alert, it didn't happen, but we did get a memorable watch out of the occasion, and you can see the tricolor red, white, and blue has pretty close to universal appeal given the sheer number of national flags that it could represent. Plus, let's be honest, whose favorite planet isn't the Earth? Now, the watch on my wrist does wear like a conventional moon watch, which is to say 42 millimeters across the round of the case. The watch is relatively easy to wear with formal attire, though it won't clear a dress sleeve of a shirt. You can see that particular bezel profile ensures that you won't make it over the top. Nevertheless, because it is only 14.3 millimeters thick, your suit jacket, your sport jacket cuff, your generously sized sweater or blazer cuff will easily clear this watch. Lug to lug, this Moonwatch measures 48.5 millimeters and approximately 52.7 if you were to include the solid end links of the bracelet across the wrist. Since we are looking back to 2004, some clarity is in order. We are looking at the 1998 with 849 end-piece bracelet and the 1998 bracelet with 849 end pieces. As with all Omega Moonwatch bracelets for the original Speedmaster Professional, has a 20 millimeter spacing. Should you wish to accessorize the watch with a strap, 20 millimeters is the measurement. It's a substantial watch, though, as there was a considerably meatier appointment of metal to these more modern 21st century Moonwatch bracelets. Now, you note that it is still of a older architecture, sized with pins and sleeves, but the finish is handsome. As you'll note, it's also intact. Everything that's satin is satin, everything that's polished is polished, and the clasp itself was a standout in its day. Milled out, substantial with twin trigger release. It also features a small incremental sizing with 3 separate positions. You can use your strap tool to size this as well. Closes with a solid snap and a snick. You'll also note that the definition of the engraving on the clasp itself is deep, sharp, and as it left bien back in the early 2000s. Now, the Moonwatch is a well-known quantity. I've reviewed many of them on the channel, and you can see the beveled case is well-known. Polished bezels, satin-finished case flanks. The satin finish is linear, running from side to side. The tachymeter bezel does feature an aluminum insert, and it allows you to use the chronograph to time something over a known distance, so 2 fixed points that are, say, a kilometer apart. You can use that tachymeter scale with its anodized aluminum ring to coordinate with your chronograph to gauge the speed of an object over a fixed course. Now, what you're looking at is a luminova dial, and there will be a lume shot at the end of the video. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer for better detail of that remarkable dial. So you have the 3 unique heavenly bodies, the Earth, the Moon, and Mars, and then you'll note in the roughly 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock sweep, the 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock quadrant of the dial, from the Moon to Mars. Again, the idea was that we were going back to the Moon, and Mars was the logical next step. High contrast, as ever, with every Moonwatch, and what's inside is standard issue, if you happen to be an astronaut, well-known and well-trod ground for watch collectors. It's the Omega modified Lamagna caliber that does business as 1873 in Lamagna, guys. or as caliber 1861 in Omega, guys. Manual wind, 45 to 48 hours, 21,600 vibrations per hour, water resistant to 50 meters in this case. It is a 18 joule movement. It is tough. It is a cam or shuttle operated chronograph, which is extremely robust and perhaps better suited to outer space activity and rough handling in professional capacities than the original 321 with its column wheel. Like the 321, it uses a conventional lateral clutch. But what I also want to call attention to is that the case back is a bit non-standard, though the movement may be. You can see that the script "From the Moon to Mars" is noted, as is the individual numbering. I mentioned it's a numbered edition, and right there you can see the individual numbering. So these are the features that set the Moon to Mars edition apart. A little bit more color, a little bit of a non-standard dial and case back combination, and that's not a bad thing. Given the profusion of Moonwatch varieties and the enormous number of Speedmasters of all stripes made, it can be fun to have an iconic watch, but one that at the same time is not a Xerox of all the other iconic brethren from the same model line. Definitely a different look, a bit more color and a bit more character than a standard Moonwatch. If you want to go a bit off the beaten path but not quite as far as Mars, you can see and purchase this one on our website. And we are back with the Omega Speedmaster Professional Moonwatch From the Moon to Mars numbered edition in stainless steel from 2004. As you can see, brilliant and superluminova. Its tricolor dial is best appreciated by the light of day. See it on our website.